In the 19th century, the Native American ghost dance movement, based on the concept of summoning ancestor spirits to help restore their nation, was such a threat to some that it became the catalyst for one of the bloodiest battles in American history. Join us as Paranormal TV offers the Native American point of view on ghosts and spirits.
It's difficult to say anything general about American Indian cultures because there are thousands of them and they exist over two continents of the planet.
There are over 200 languages still utilized today and over 500 tribes throughout North America alone that have very similar yet very distinct spiritual and cultural value systems.
If there's anything that can be said in general, it probably is that ghosts, or the word ghost, has a negative connotation. Most Native people will not talk about ghosts, and you find little traditions that have anything positive to say about the entity that we refer to as a ghost. However, the word spirit has a different connotation. Everything has spirit in it. Nature is filled with spirit.
Spirits are around us at all times. The spirits of our ancestors we call upon for strength and acknowledgement. When one passes on, it's a continuum, if you will, of life that's already been experienced. One is going on to the next life and will carry on from those aspects.
And the idea of helpful spirits and familial spirits are certainly well defined within Native traditions. Yet the idea of a ghost is one of a corrupted personality, one that can be infectious, one that can cause sickness if one is nearby. There is a notable exception to the negative perception of ghosts by Native Americans, and that would be in the case of the 19th century ghost dance. That was a popular revitalization movement that took place on the plains. It actually began in the West, out on the edge of California, with a Paiute prophet named Wovoka, who promised to his followers that if they were to dance in the manner that he described and sing songs that he brought to them, that they would have a chance to see once again deceased relatives, to see the plains replenished with buffalo, and Native American sovereignty flourish once again on the continent.
Individuals would dance together, the whole tribe, and you'd see hundreds and up to thousands of people that would get in a circle, which was very significant, to call upon the ancestors. There are 7 directions of the circle, which is the traditional northeast, west, south, as well as up and down, and the most important direction is within. When we look within ourselves, and within ourselves, the spirits of our ancestors are always going to be there for us.
The ghost dance, as explained by Wovoka, was one where people gathered in circles holding hands and danced until they collapsed in reverie. They adorned themselves with shirts that had special markings on them that were recognizable to other practitioners and were referred to as ghost shirts. The popularity of the ghost dance was so complete on the plains that it frightened U.S. officials into thinking that it would create a revival of warrior traditions, and that Native people, being encouraged by the idea of the ghost dance, might stage another revolution and try to take back their country. So the ghost dance was literally outlawed by the United States government, and practitioners were persecuted by the U.S. Army. The worst example of this came at the Battle of Wounded Knee, which is considered to be the end of the American Indian sovereignty period in the United States. At Wounded Knee, a group of ghost dancers who were following a leader named Bigfoot were massacred by the 7th Cavalry, who were brought to the battlefield specifically to give them a chance to avenge Custer's massacre. And in a very bloody incident in American history, the ghost dance, the ghost dancers, the ghost shirts were all laid in red in the white snows.
We lost so many of our young, talented people due to those efforts of the U.S. government that we had a lot of spirits that left too early. But the spirits of our ancestors are always with us, and we're taught to respect and always acknowledge the spirits that have been before us, that have given their lives for the betterment of the people, for the tribe, for the group.